Hello, Twitch. My name is CreamPuff100, and we are back on some Cold Waters gameplay. We are going to do kind of maybe like, I want to say like a limited series. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through each of the primary campaigns that come with the base game, Cold Waters. We do have the DotMod running, and we're going to go through each of the main campaigns and just kind of see what happens. And we'll do basically just play until I die or win. And then we'll go from there, see what happens. And I'm probably going to be a few sessions over, a few nights long. So I'm working on figuring out how to like do a schedule, but the issue is I haven't yet. So right now, that's just going to my real life job is kind of getting in the way. So right now, we'll do a schedule when we have time. But basically, right now we're gonna jump in here and just do some Cold Waters. So if you don't know what DotMod is, DotMod adds like more vessels into the game that are even in like the base game. So when we go to do a campaign, we're going to start with 1968 campaign, and I am going to be honest with you guys. I know very little about submarines in this era. I'm typically more interested in like more modern type stuff. So I am not super familiar with this era, but that being said, we're going to try anyway. We are, I think, just going to use the Sturgeon class tonight because I know basically enough to know that like the skipjack is supposed to be pretty quick, but I think it only has one wire. Yeah, one wire. And then Permit class is kind of in between, whereas like Sturgeon is trying to be real quiet, and that's the type of gameplay that I like. So if you don't like, slow, more calculated gameplay, I'm probably not the person for you to watch, because I typically like the slower paced, stalking, hunting type stuff. So we're gonna go Sturgeon. I'm gonna try. I've like very briefly messed around with this vessel, but the torpedoes are so slow. I know just enough to get by, so we're just gonna run it, see what happens. If I die, that's gonna be the end of that campaign, and we're gonna move to something more modern. We're gonna do, for the 80s campaign, we're gonna use the Los Angeles, and then the 2000s campaign we'll do the Seawolf. So but let's go ahead and jump in here and get started. So, Com Sublant, Commander James Holden. I don't know if anybody knows who Commander James Holden is, but if you do, be sure to let me know. Info. I don't know what this means. New command assignment, effective immediately. You're hereby assigned to command of Sturgeon class vessel, USS Whale. SSN 638. Congratulations, good luck. Let's do it. Red Oppression. Forces of the Warsaw Pact, led by Soviet Union, invaded Czechoslovakia today with 250 troops, supported by some 2,000 tanks, brutally suppressing the reformist movement there. The United States has stated that NATO will not intervene on behalf of the Prague Spring, effectively giving the USSR a free hand to do as it pleases. Analysts believe this attitude stems from heavy American involvement in Vietnam and President Johnson's reluctance to jeopardize the impending SALT talks. We have some A6s here. Rolling Thunder. Recent heavy air raids by the US in Vietnam reiterates the current administration's desire to show strong resolve in the Vietnam conflict on behalf of South Vietnam. Meanwhile, anti-war protests continue to grow, leading some analysts to believe the U.S. might be seeking a way out of the conflict. SALT talks continue. President Johnson and Premier Brezhnev met today in order to settle the new Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty, which would see many older weapons scrapped. All right. Brezhnev strikes back. At the recent Congress of the Polish United Workers' Party last week, Soviet Premier Brezhnev stated, "When forces that are hostile to socialism try to turn the development of some socialist country towards capitalism, it becomes not only a problem for the country concerned, but a common problem and concern of all socialist countries." Then went on to throw thinly veiled accusations at West Germany for supporting reformist movements within the socialist bloc. Brezhnev cracks Soviet units supported by massive rocket barrages smashed through the German border today in a surprise attack that appears to involve both armored units and airborne assault units behind NATO lines. Although prepared for battle, NATO has been caught off guard and is on the retreat. The White House announced that a state of war now exists between the US and USSR and resolved to support our NATO allies, whatever the cost may be. All right. All right. We are on the 18th of December, 68, 0900 hours. Mission orders. Satellite photos indicate that large numbers of Soviet submarines are preparing to get underway. They will likely attempt to break out into the North Atlantic through the Guik Gap. You may eliminate as many of these subs as possible. So we're going to transit to patrol area green 013 and sink all hostile submarines encountered there. All right. Let's try to do it. Now, the one thing I do know, based on limited testing, is that I can only hold 2 of these, and they are nice to have when better enemy subs show up. So let's go ahead, and we've got 2 of those. We're good to go. Green 013. So we are right here. We're basically just going to park here. Not really a lot of directions the enemy can come. I mean, there is, but if they're going to transit through here, they're going to run straight into me here. So if you don't know how the campaign map works on Cold Waters, I just hit space to pause it. But time is progressing, and those, you know, each one of these symbols represents moving units, and we want to be stopped basically as often as possible. We want to be stopped and parked and let enemies run into us, because that affects how we start in the game. Versus like if I go chasing these guys at full speed, I can either left click for full speed or right click for half speed. And that will also have a different effect on like how you start out in any given game. And we want to be as least detected as possible. So we've just got a contact. We have new sonar contact bearing 140, designate Sierra 1. Weak surface duct, weak thermal layer at 204 feet. Okay. And then our speed is 5 knots. That's good. 140. Let's remember that. And man battle stations.
For ultra quiet.
First thing, let's turn 140. So that is about this way. Let's kind of offset.
Come left to 146 Helm I. Con sonar new contact bearing 139 designated
139, okay. That's what we thought.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1 last
Lost
bearing
contact.
139 contact faded.
So more than likely we are suspecting this is probably a sub, being that we had some information going into this that it is probably a sub. So let's get below this duct because this probably contributing to why we can't detect them.
250 feet, dive by.
Get down, see if that contact comes back up. Now, like I said, I like the modern stuff, so it's unfortunate to not have. Man, that sucks with my camera right there. Blocking the information of what we're up against. Let's fix that. Let's put it over here. It's going to block text, but it won't block information in the game. Let's try that. Yeah. When we're actually in combat, that'll be better. Let's try that. Back to the game. There we go. Now you guys can see all that.
Con, helm, steady course.
We're now below the layer. And we still don't have Sierra 1. I'm going to advance time a little bit and see if we can pick it up.
Con, dive at 300 feet, dive by.
Let's try going back up.
Make depth 50 feet, dive by.
Not picking it up. So I'm going to have to go active sonar. But we are almost certainly fighting a sub, because we haven't picked it up yet.
50 feet, dive by.
We'll go ahead and load up one of these just to have it in case it turns out to be something
Make depth 300
something newer.
feet, dive by.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Alright, let's go active sonar.
Con sonar switching to active search.
Here we go. It's off this direction. There we go. We saw
Come
launch.
left to 129 Helm I.
Let's try going back up.
Make depth 150 feet, dive by. Make depth 100 feet, dive by.
Seems pretty far off. Contact Sierra 1. Okay.
Con, helm, steady course.
There we go. It's a Victor.
Con, sonar, Sierra 1.
It's a Victor, which is very fast.
Submarine. Con, sonar, launch transient from
Very
Sierra
fast
1.
comparative to myself.
Con, sonar.
So
switching
we
to
are
passive
going
search.
to push
Con, sonar, lost.
this
right.
way.
182, helm I.
I didn't catch its last depth.
Con, sonar, switching to active search.
See if we can find it again.
Make depth 150 feet. Dive I.
It's squawking back.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 127.
Within what is KYD? 6 clicks? I think it's within 6. It's right about here, I think.
Con, dive.
Oh,
at
he's deep.
150
Alright, let's get
feet.
under
Dive I. Make depth 250 feet. Dive I.
under the layer here.
Depth 300 feet. Dive I.
Con, helm, steady course.
We can visually see these torpedoes coming at us. Man.
Make depth 450 feet. Dive I.
We're just we're gonna keep active on right now. We're gonna
Make turns for
speed things up a bit.
5 knots, maneuvering I.
I don't know if these are wire guided or not.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots. Make turns for 6 knots, maneuvering I.
Because like my torpedoes, if I just like launch a torpedo right now, 1, I don't even know where he is. 2, my torpedoes are slow. They're slow as fuck. So I'm gonna have to just get in point blank with this guy.
Con, dive at 500 feet. Dive I.
Okay, that's active. Think we're out. I think. I certainly hope.
Come left to 135, helm I. Con, helm, steady course.
Yeah, the problem with these Victors is they are fast. Very, very fast.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 2 6 knots.
Okay, so we're past that salvo. Okay, we're inside of 4. Well, no, we're inside of 5 clicks. Closing fast, though. Ooh, that's inside of 3 clicks. Alright, so now I'm gonna see if I can get one of these near him. I don't think I can. If we fired right now, we've got 200 seconds till it even gets near him. I don't think it's gonna work too well. But what we will do is flip sonar off,
Switching to passive.
silent running. And now we're going to turn this way.
078 helm I.
And hopefully we will have disappeared on his scopes. Alright, we're going to go for a shot. Let's try it right about here.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1.
Make depth 600 feet. Dive I.
I don't think that torpedo's ever going to find him. He's moving too fast.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
The one thing about these like early torpedoes is they definitely are very quiet. Let's turn this way.
083 helm
I hope that torpedo doesn't go active too soon.
Con, dive at 600 feet. Dive I.
Yeah, see, look at how fast he's just dipping out of here. Okay, let's start guiding this manually here. Let's go active. We're catching him. He is moving, though. His torpedoes in his baffles, though. Theoretically,
Helm, steady course.
he's lost vision on it. Come on. We can hit that rotor. We might be able to stop him from moving. Yes. Alright, that's a hit. What's gonna happen now? Is he damaged?
Come left to 025. Helm aye.
He's going pretty low. I hit you right in that tail, man. That rotor should not be working. I can't even really effectively give chase either right now.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
I guess I'm just gonna have to launch this
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
and hope that can catch him. Let's try to corral him here.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
We lost that
Helm,
wire.
steady course.
Very good. All right. We're catching him. We are catching him. All right, let's start steering it.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1.
All right.
Bearing 2, 9.
We caught him.
9. Contact breaking up.
We finally caught the guy. Whew. He's going down. Adios. Alright, so... yeah, weapons nearby. I can't leave combat yet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Goodbye, Victor. You're one of many. Like, basically already have to rearm because of those 2 torpedoes. I can only carry 2 of those torpedoes. Where's the seafloor? Oh, it's a long way down. Goodbye, my friend. Alright, let's go ahead and speed up time. Let these weapons get out of here. Still waiting. Still waiting for these weapons to clear out of the area. All right. Leave combat. Resume your actual mission objective immediately. Well, we ain't gonna have time to rearm. We're just gonna have to hope for the best. Those couple got through. We'll see. Let's close in as much as we can.
On sonar lost.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Oh, I should have reloaded this. That was a misplay right there. Conditions. We have a duct and layer. Let's go ahead and go down below it.
Make depth 250 feet. Dive by.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Still nothing. All right, active it is.
Con sonar, switching to active search. Con, come left 235, helm I. Con sonar, new contact bearing 2.
Con, dive at
Okay, that's gonna be like a
300
whiskey
feet, dive I.
right there. I know that.
Con
Yeah,
sonar, new
that
contact
sound
bearing 2, 4,
is a whiskey.
5, designated Sierra 3.
Romeo?
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Contact Sierra 1, also a Romeo.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
I don't think there's been any launches yet. Let's get some depth.
Make depth 500 feet, dive I.
Yeah, that's really far away.
Con helm, steady course. Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Con, dive at 500 feet, dive I.
Why is that so far away? We're just gonna head straight
Come
for
left
it.
235, helm I.
I think I could probably jump on that whiskey pretty
Con
quick.
helm, steady course.
Hope I can get one of the Romeos to commit. And then I might be able to chase the last Romeo down. Well, it's actually a lot closer than I thought.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 26 knots. Con sonar, launch transient
Okay,
from
so there's a
Sierra
launch.
1.
Let's see if there's a second.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra
Let's actually,
2.
we're gonna push this way. Try to
Helm
put the
right
Romeo
2,
between
294, helm
ourselves and the whiskey as much as possible. Just try to be a nuisance.
Con helm, steady course. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
More launches from Sierra 2, so let's go ahead and
Come
redirect
left
this
2,
way then.
205, helm I.
So we are moving real fast, and we can. Those torpedoes are far enough away that, like, I can't even see them yet.
Con, helm, steady course.
There's the third Romeo. So yeah, they're all in a tight group. The second Romeo, the third sub.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Let's go ahead and keep our
Make
depth changing.
000 feet, dive I.
Still got a long way to go. Very, very long way to go. I'm going to speed up time a little bit here.
900 feet, dive I.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3.
Make depth 500.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
I don't know why they're launching so early. We're still like 10 clicks out.
Come right to 255, helm I. Con, helm, steady course.
Ooh, those are active, and I'm headed straight for them.
Come right to 338, helm I.
That's not good.
Con, helm, steady course.
Keep going, Sturgeon. Let's just get around them.
Make depth 300 feet, dive I.
No, actually, let's not do that because I want to keep our
Make
speed
depth
up.
500 feet, dive I.
And I don't want to start cavitating.
Con, dive at 500 feet, dive I.
Come left to 319, helm I. Con, helm, steady course.
I would really like to not have this torpedo go active on me. We are just going to keep running flank speed here to the side. Okay.
Come left to 252, helm I.
I'm feeling all right about that.
Come left to 257, helm I.
We're still like not anywhere close.
Con, helm, steady course.
Got through that salvo. Let's get our torpedoes rigged up here. We're gonna be searching for submarines. There we go. Have these ones search in a pattern, and we'll have these ones spin and do tricks.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 241, contact faded. Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 259, contact
That
faded.
Romeo went up into the
Cons,
Make
duct.
depth 200 feet, dive I.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Make depth 100 feet, dive I.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 241. Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 240, contact faded. Con sonar, switching to active search. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 259. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 220. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 240.
Con, dive at 100 feet, dive I.
There we go. We're still so far out. This guy's hiding like in the lair.
Make depth 200 feet, dive I. Make depth 300 feet, dive I.
Okay. So we're within 6 clicks of this Romeo. We need to get like real close though.
Con, dive at 300 feet, dive I.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
From Sierra 1. Okay. So let's start
Come right
cranking
to
right here.
304, helm I. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 215. Contact faded.
I see you diving.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering I. Con, helm, steady course. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing. Con
No.
maneuvering, making turns for 1.
I can see him.
Knots.
Is that torpedo active, do you think? I don't think it's active, right? I think if I pushed at 15 knots, I could probably get past it before it gets active. Don't you all think?
Come left to 264, helm I.
I think so. We're gonna try it.
Con, helm, steady course.
So we are probably
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
real close now. Okay. I'm gonna wait just a minute. In fact, let's get as quiet as possible.
Maneuvering eye. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 251.
Come on. Show me where he is. I'm gonna guess he's like right around here. Which means I probably need to shoot right around here.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
I think that torpedo being out might get him to start moving. Okay, now he's squawking me. Should be able to figure out where he is based off of that, right? You would think my confidence would go up. He's moving. Moving at 13 knots. Come on, he's got to be closer than that, right? Aha. Why, yes, as a matter of fact, he is closer than that.
Come left to 224. Helm eye.
Now his top speed is 15 knots. The torpedo is, I think, 17 knots. So, theoretically, this torpedo can catch him. Could be a slog, though.
Con helm. Steady course.
Alright. We're gonna put that torpedo to active.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
It's tracking.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 200. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 229.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
got
Sierra
him.
1, last bearing 2,
All right.
0.
Now that's pretty
Contact
lovely.
breaking up. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 194. Contact faded. Con sonar regained.
Make depth 500 feet. Dive I.
Ain't that beautiful? Let's see here. Okay, it's Romeo
Con, torpedo room 2-3
tracking
ready.
away. Don't run away, man.
Con sonar launch transient from
Please
Sierra
commit.
3. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 193. Make turns for 15 knots.
Let's go
Maneuvering
this way.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 2. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 3.
Con, torpedo room 2-1 ready.
Con helm steady course. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 3. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 2. Come
Let's
left.
push the Romeo.
08 helm I. Make turns for 26 knots. Maneuvering I. Come right to 221 helm I. Con helm steady course. Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Con, dive at 800 feet. Dive I.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3. Come right to 238 helm I. Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 247. Con helm.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
We're being tracked by torpedoes,
Passing 700 feet.
which is not ideal.
Come left to 226 helm I.
God, that's a lot of torpedoes. That is a shitload of torpedoes in the water.
Come left to
Come left, come left, come left.
helm I.
Passing 400
Okay, we've got another one out. What's tracking?
Make turns. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Come on, noisemaker, 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 come on. You son of a bitch. It's gonna hit me.
Noisemaker bearing 16.
Flooding in the engine room.
Damn. That is tough.
Turns for 10 knots.
Damage control parties, lay to the engine room. Rig ship for ultra quiet. Passing 500 feet.
Okay, let's try to get some torpedoes of our own out, because if we don't,
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
we are in trouble. Period. Okay, there's a torpedo track in this whiskey. That's cool. I think that's my torpedo from earlier, maybe?
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 154.
Make depth 300 feet. Dive high.
We might be able to survive. There's a shitload of torpedoes everywhere. But if we can survive, we can port. Maybe. And if we die, well, we die. Because I don't really know too much about this era anyway. I am clearly very bad at this era. Come on,
Con
torpedo.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 1.
Oh, did it kill it? We got the whiskey. Thank God. We got the whiskey. Okay. This torpedo is active.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 252.
Oh, come on.
Con, fire control. Weapon
Track your
acquired.
target. You got this.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last
We
bearing 2,
did
6,
it.
7. Come right to 235. Helm I.
Make depth 4.
Let's head up to periscope depth and see if we can't fix some of this damage. Propulsion repaired. Sick.
Make depth 0 feet. Dive high.
we'll just go ahead and surface for fun.
Con, helm, steady course.
Excellent. Alright, let's accelerate some time. Let some of these torpedoes go away. Wow. So I'm really gonna have to try to get ahead of this and go get repairs. Because going through the rest of this without a fully repaired vessel is gonna be real tough. Just gonna wait until I see this torpedo go away. There we go. Leave combat. Unfortunately, this was not your mission target. Alright, I need to fucking get out of here. Man. Days at War 3. I sunk 4 submarines, so, you know, hey. I think that's pretty good. East invades Norway. This morning, Warsaw-packed troops crossed the border into Norway. Spearhead divisions surge directly towards major bridges, railway crossings, and airfields. What seemed to be well-prepared orchestrated attack. The situation is still very unclear, but civilians north of Norway have been immediately evacuated in accordance to pre-war made plans. Okay. Let's load 2 of these. Let's load a bunch of these. Let's look at our orders. Satellite photos indicate that large numbers of Soviet submarines are preparing to get underway. They will likely attempt to break out. Still the same orders. Patrol green 013 and sink all hostile submarines encountered. We'll try to do, man. I think it's a little late. Probably some stuff that got through. Yeah, you see all those? You see all those over there? Discouraged to hear. Red subs hunting. Several transatlantic convoys have suffered attacks from enemy submarines. Silent and nearly unpredictable, these attacks are inflicting major damage. Intelligence indicates that numerous enemy diesel-electric subs operating in a wolf pack are headed for the North Sea. It is vital that these subs be destroyed before they attack NATO shipping and naval task forces in the area. You are ordered to find and destroy these enemy submarines. So we're going to patrol Yellow 204 and sink diesel submarines. All right, Yellow 204. Yellow 204. Oh, down here. Okay. That's where we'll patrol. We'll post up right about here. Hopefully nothing can miss us. Sorry you weren't able to find the target set. I mean, I was here. Subs attack. I don't know, man. I was right there. Okay. Intelligence reports that enemy task force is preparing to sail from Murmansk for a patrol in the vicinity of the Barents Sea. A NATO carrier battle group is currently providing cover in the region and must be protected. We will therefore intercept and destroy this task force, especially any capital ships. An enemy escort of surface combatants and/or attack submarines should be expected. All right, Blue 44. Right up here. I think if I don't get this one, I probably lose the campaign, so... better see that we're in here. Scrub mission. I've never seen that. Scrub mission. Repeat scrub mission. We now believe the previous intel report was an error. Sorry for the snafu. New orders to be transmitted on this downlink. Path cleared for carriers. NATO officials revealed today that several key Warsaw Pact airfields and air defense systems have been put out of action by airstrikes over the last 24 hours. Although no specifics were provided, it was widely assumed that the attacks originated from Allied aircraft carrier groups operating in recently cleared areas of the Norwegian Sea. Okay. Diesel Electric Wolfpack, Yellow 204. Alright. We're back. This is the same mission we just had. I'm just gonna let this one run into me. This could be it.
On sonar, new contact bearing.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay. This is another fucking Victor, man. Why? Why are they giving me all these fast-ass submarines?
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is
It is another
classified as
Victor. I know it's another
submerged
Victor.
submarine.
It's like everything above... like the November itself is fast. Everything above a Golf is fast. Alright, well, we'll start closing on it.
Come left to 292, helm I.
Make depth 500 feet. Dive I.
Same problem as last time. I actually wanted to be a lot closer. I kind of misclicked there. I thought... I was trying to see what the close to function actually did, but I would have liked to have closed a lot more than this.
Con sonar, switching to active search. Con, helm, steady course.
Let's go ahead and get those fast torpedoes loaded. So we're gonna need them.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 309. Designated Sierra 2.
No, what are you? A November. Yep.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
I don't know what I'm going to do about these at all. They're literally faster than my regular torpedoes.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
We got a lot of ground to make up here, so
Make turns for 26 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Con, dive at 500 feet, dive I.
Con, helm, steady course. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2. Come right to 036. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
at least this is making them waste torpedoes.
Sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2. Come left to 354. Helm I.
Alright, hold on.
Come left to 2.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Make depth 1000 feet, dive I.
We're gonna get low for that one. Well, let's just turn this
Come
way.
left to 2.
Could probably still get out of its
Helm
berth
I.
here. Got pretty good distance to it still. 3 clicks. I don't know if they know where I am. I like to think hopefully I'm off their scopes, but you know, who knows? That torpedo's getting close.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con, dive at 1000
Okay.
feet, dive I.
We're clear of that one.
Come right to 2.
So let's go ahead and get our torpedoes rigged up here. So basically both of these subs are really fast. They're both faster than these torpedoes. What are these? Mark 37s. These things only travel at 17 knots. these subs top speeds are 30 plus knots, so not great. Not great. So I'm gonna have to use these torpedoes because they travel pretty fast. At least to get like the first hits in. Play it from there, I guess, and see what happens. It's gonna be tough. I'm just glad that these guys are squawking at me still.
Con, helm, steady course.
They're closing in. I am glad about that, honestly. What are our conditions like? There's not a lot of noise at the top on the surface.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra.
All right.
1. Come right to.
Go
3,
ahead
3,
and
helm aye.
turn. Oh, really? You can't fire that.
Make depth 800 feet. Dive I.
Let's get up a little bit here.
200 feet. Dive I.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Con, sonar, Sierra 1 is cavitating. Make
God, I don't want to lose the wire. I really don't want to lose the wire on this.
Knots, maneuvering aye.
That would be really bad.
Con, maneuvering.
Really, really bad.
5 knots.
I'm just gonna try to steer this to this November as quickly as possible.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Alright.
Con, helm, steady course.
I better just get one of these out also while I'm thinking about it.
Aye, sir.
Con, sonar, Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Come on. Let's go. Let's try to aim for the command deck. Okay. So. It just blew ballast.
Con, dive at 30.
Make turns for 1, 5 knots. Maneuvering
Oh,
aye.
that sucks. Alright. That torpedo's gonna lock me for sure.
sonar. Torpedo in the water.
Yeah.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 2, 4, 3. Con, helm, steady course.
Rig ship for ultra quiet. Flooding in the reactor space.
Decoys don't do shit, dude. Decoys do not do shit in this era. Crazy. Alright.
Control parties. Lead of the reactor
Whatever.
space.
Let's take the hit on the chin, I suppose.
Come right to 0, 1, 5. Helm I.
Make depth 250 feet. Dive I.
On. Reactor is back online.
Come right to 0, 1, 6. Helm I.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Huh. That was weird. I guess I reversed at some point.
0, 0, 7. Helm I. Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
These things are too fast for me to do anything
Con,
about.
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Con, dive at 300 feet. Dive I.
I mean, if it keeps flanking, though, maybe my torpedo can get to it.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
There we
Con
go.
sonar. Noisemaker. Bearing 0, 5, 2.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired. Con, fire control. Weapon countermeasure homing.
Con sonar. Lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 2, 1, 0. Contact is in the baffles.
Come on, torpedo.
Con, fire control. Weapon
Yeah,
acquired.
you can find him.
Con sonar. Noisemaker. Bearing 0. Con helm. Steady course.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired. Con, fire control. Weapon acquired. Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Come on, you're so close.
Con, fire control. Weapon countermeasure homing.
Oh my god, come on, dude. You're so close. It's literally just faster. so frustrating.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
Man, come
0,
on.
9, 4.
It's faster than the fucking torpedo, man. What do you even do?
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Just corral this, maybe? With 2 torpedoes?
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing. 1, 0, 1.
Yeah, I have to kill this with these torpedoes right here. Insane. This is actually just painful.
Come right to 117 helm I.
Con, torpedo room 2.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing. 1, 0.
That makes me so thrilled, dude. I'm so happy about the fact that this is happening.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Wonder what's gonna happen here. This, you know, I know what's gonna happen. It's a stupid thing to say.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 2, 0, 9.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing. 1, 1, 3.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's try something different. Let's try one of these.
Con, fire control,
We'll
weapon
steer.
countermeasure homing. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing. 1, 1, 3. Con, helm, steady course.
Maybe we can cut the corner. No, we can't.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing. Con, Fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
This is actually the most frustrating Cold Waters gameplay I think is
Fire
possible.
control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 113.
God, that's so fucking annoying, man.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Alright, I need to fucking turn out of here before these go active on me.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 113.
And I lost the wire on that too, man. Come on. I lost the wire on the one tool that I had. Jesus, man. Alright, let's try one of these.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 208. Contact is in the baffles.
Con, fire control, unable to fire. Con, fire control, unable to fire.
Can't fight. You can't. Okay. Yeah, these torpedoes are ship-only torpedoes. So, I really don't have any tools for this at all.
Control, weapon acquired.
And basically what's going to happen is I'm just going to lose, period. Not really any other ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's a Victor out there that's still unscathed.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 073.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just turn this way.
278, helm aye.
And we'll turn towards the Victor and see what happens. I don't really know what anyone is supposed to do in that scenario. Seems like, you know, there's just really nothing you can do, so it is what it is. We're just gonna leave it alone.
06.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 081. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 076. Contact is in the baffles.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 066.
That's fine. Let's start looking at this Victor. Obviously, we're not going to sink the November, period. And
Con, torpedo
we're not going to sink the
213.
Victor either, but, you know, maybe we can scare it.
Come left to 256.
Frighten it
Helm
away.
aye.
Okay, let's push
Come
this
left
direction.
to 176. Helm aye. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 057. Contact is in the baffles.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
We can try to use some harsh language on this Victor over here.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 052.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 032. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 026. Contact is in the baffles. Con helm. Steady course. Come left to 120. Helm aye.
Okay, let's just go ahead and punch our hyperspace drive here a little bit.
Dive aye.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con sonar. Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con sonar lost Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots. Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 20 knots. Make turns for 26 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We'll try to shoot the gap here. I don't know how well that's
Come
going to
right
work,
to
but
208. Helm aye. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 336. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2. Bearing 338. Con helm. Steady course. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1. Bearing 209. Con, sonar, lost contact. Con, maneuvering, making turns for 26 knots. Come right to 247, helm I. Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 001. Con, helm, steady course. Con, sonar, switching to active search.
Mm-hmm. Incredible. Alright, where's this fucking Victor? Let's launch some torpedoes at it that'll never touch it. Maybe I'll get lucky and this torpedo will start tracking the November. Maybe they'll kill one of their own. That actually might happen. Now that would be funny. Funny, but mostly sad. Be mostly sad that I had to rely on a Soviet torpedo to kill the Soviet sub.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 193. Con, sonar, switching to passive search.
Make depth 300 feet, dive I.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 190.
Nope, he's out.
Come left to 190. Helm I. Con, sonar lost con.
Con, dive at 300 feet, dive I.
Con, helm, steady course.
The November's sneaking up behind me. And that's fine. Ultimately, you know, this campaign has to end at some point. Why not now? It's coming up behind me, and I don't really have any tools that are good enough to, like, actually do anything about it, so... I'll, launch a torpedo just, like, backwards, I guess.
2-3. Aye, sir.
This way. And we'll just, turn it to these settings, and we'll just activate it. And, you know, let it guard our rear.
Come left to 184.
The really fun part is, now, if the Victor's traveling at full speed, which it's about to be, yeah, it's currently traveling faster than my submarine, so I can't really even give chase, do anything about it. So let's just look at the November, and you know, I'll just waste all of my shit on it, and we'll see what happens.
Come left to 021. Helm I. Con, sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 033. Come left to 049. Helm I. Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering I.
Make depth 400 feet.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
I theoretically can, like, maybe chase the November down. We'll see. We're just gonna speed up time, because I'm not gonna sit here and fuck with this for this long.
400 feet, dive I.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Gotta be out of decoys, right? Like, there's no shot you still have decoys.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing. Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Let's just try.
Con, fire control, we've lost
Awesome.
the wire.
So glad that you lost
Con,
that
fire
wire.
control, we've lost the wire.
Oh, that's right. It's only 2 wires. That's why I'm losing wires. Yeah, there's only 2 wires on this sub. Four tubes, 2 wires. It's already done.
Con sonar.
Oh
lost
my
contact.
God.
Sierra 2, last bearing 066. Contact breaking up.
It fucking happened.
Con, torpedo room.
Holy
2-1 ready.
shit.
Come right to.
That was miserable.
0. Helm I.
That was pure cancer. Whew. All right. Now, as for this Victor,
Come right to. 182. Helm I. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
I'm
1,
down to
last
3
bearing
of these
188.
shit-ass
Contact faded.
torpedoes. And I'm facing a Victor.
Con, torpedo room. 2-2 ready.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Let's get up to
Speed
300.
depth 300 feet, dive I.
Con sonar switching to active search.
Awesome. Torpedoes in the
Con sonar, launch transient
water.
From Sierra 1. Come right to 243. Helm I.
Make depth 500 feet, dive I.
Make turns for 2.
Con, dive at 5.
Make turns for 2. Make turns for 1. 5 knots. Maneuvering I. Come left to 187. Helm I. Make turns for 10.
Come on.
Maneuvering I.
Come back onto the scopes.
Make depth 300 feet, dive I. Con,
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I. Come left to 181. Helm I. Con helm. Steady course.
Currently only going 5 knots, so theoretically we can catch him. Until he starts going full speed, and then we can no longer catch him.
make depth 900.
I don't think I should go to 900 feet with a giant hole in the side.
700 feet, dive I. Con, dive at 700 feet, dive I.
Come left to 179. Helm I.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible for me to really catch him here.
Make turns for 2.
Okay, what about just 10
Make
knots?
turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
Make depth 500 feet, dive I. Passing 500 feet.
Come on.
Make depth 300 feet, dive I. Passing 300 feet.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 187. Make turns for 15 knots, maneuvering I. Come right to 190, helm I.
Come on, baby.
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con
I don't
sonar,
wanna do
no
that.
longer cavitating.
Come on, come on. If I can get up to within one click of him, I can launch my 3 torpedoes and then he can run away from them. So, theoretically, you know, it's a great time. Why can't I see him? Where is he? Like way down there or something?
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
There you are.
Make depth 700 feet, dive I.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to go down to the
Make depth
800.
800 feet, dive I.
We'll see. See if I regret that.
Make turns for 10 knots, maneuvering I.
Con, dive at 800 feet, dive I.
Make turns for 6 knots, maneuvering I.
He's really, really close. I want to see the whites of their eyes. I'm gonna wait until this says 0.1. Straight up. Alright, no, 0.2. Seems reasonable.
Make turns for
All right.
5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try to fucking launch at this stupid thing.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
No, why? Why would you do that? Why? Why did you go up?
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 191.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
That's very frustrating. Oh, God.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 229.
Okay. We hit with one.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure.
Buddy.
holding. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker,
Wow.
bearing 211.
That sure was a close call, wasn't it?
Shoot, con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing. Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 265. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 292. Contact breaking up.
Oh my God. That was cancer. I used all of my torpedoes. Whew. Alright, well, I have to go back and rearm. Good job, but this was not the mission objective. Well, that's rough. It kind of feels like an exploit. Like, you know, it's got a torpedo out on it, so it just like goes into a turn when really it could just like go faster and leave and outrun the torpedo. All right. Clearly I'm not going to need a lot of these right now. So we're just going to nab up 2 of these because we might as well. And as many of these as possible. Gonna put that in there and put those in here. Okay. Sorry, you weren't able to find the target set, Commander. So once again, that gets away. Subs attack. Mission order is Green 010 in the Norwegian Sea. Satellite recon has spotted enemy cruise missile submarines and several attack submarines preparing to sail within 72 hours. It is imperative that this SSGNs are sunk before they can strike at NATO convoys transiting the North Atlantic. Green 010. So right here. You know what? I'm just going to go fight this, whatever this is. We're gonna knock this down. And now,
Con, sonar.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
why is it so loud? Is it raining? I don't think it's raining. Alright, let's start scanning.
Make depth 250 feet. Dive high.
What is so loud? Something is very loud.
Come right to 043. Helm I. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 170. Designated Sierra 1. Come right to 151. Helm
Okay.
I.
That is what I'm detecting. That's some sort of ship. Probably some sort of trawler. Merchant.
Con, dive at 300
All right.
feet. Dive high.
Now,
Con, sonar, switching to active search.
I'm gonna do active sonar. See what squawks back. Okay, we're gonna maintain this course. We're gonna turn this off.
064. Designated Sierra 2. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 029. Designated Sierra 3. Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
2 whiskeys. There's probably a third sub somewhere in there, like a Romeo.
Con, sonar, lost contact.
We'll
Sierra
take
3, last
we'll take the
bearing
fucking whiskeys.
029.
Jesus, we can actually hit
Contact faded.
those.
Con, helm, steady course.
I didn't see their
Make
depth, so
100 feet. Dive high.
let's change around here and see what we can see. See what we can hear.
Con, sonar, switching to active search.
Make depth 300 feet. Dive high.
Con sonar regained
Okay.
contact on Sierra 2.
That just launched.
063. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 028.
Okay, below the layer. Sierra 3 is above the layer. Sierra 2 is below. Okay.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 2. Con sonar switching to passive search.
Make depth 5.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I. Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering I. Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering I. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 028. Contact faded. Make turns for 26 knots.
We are just going to punch it until we see torpedoes. I think, because they launched at me pretty far away, so I'm hoping we'll be able to get in before any sensors are active on those torpedoes.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 064. Come left to 020. Helm I. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 204.
Rig shift for
Okay.
ultra quiet.
Let's go quiet and
Make depth
start
3,
trying to find these
0
guys.
feet, dive I.
I'm hoping by rushing at these, I've gotten close enough that the sensors won't be active.
Come right to 059. Helm I.
Please let that work. Please don't go active.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 2.
Con, dive at 300 feet, dive I.
We are in business. All right. I am past those and they aren't active yet. Now, I want to keep closing the gap on this whiskey. Once again, I'm hoping I just sort of disappeared for him. We're in silent running. I see you there, Mr. Whiskey.
Come right to 074 Helm I. Con, helm, steady course.
All right. We are real close now. This whiskey doesn't seem to know it yet.
Make depth 400 feet. Dive I.
I'm going to try to get behind him.
Con, dive at 400.
I don't know if it's possible, but this will be a test here. Like, I know it's obviously possible, but I don't know if it's possible right now without, like, revealing my position. You know what I mean?
Con,
So,
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 196. Contact faded.
we are just going to try it. See what happens. Yeah, he doesn't seem to know I'm here. Now, I'm hoping by doing this, I can line up a kill shot. Now, he's scanning.
Con, sonar, launch transient from
Yeah,
Sierra
yeah,
2.
yeah, that concerns me. Yeah, that is.
Make turns for 10. Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 238.
That's so frustrating, man.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
There's just nothing you can do.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 181. Con, sonar, lost contact.
Yeah, fuck you,
Sierra
buddy.
2, last bearing 204. Contact breaking up. Come right to 252 Helm I.
On. Reactor is back online. Damage control parties. Lay into the engine room.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Literally every single combat, I just leave and get battle damage.
On. Pumps have been repaired. Make depth 300 feet. Dive I.
10 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Make depth 100 feet, dive I.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 194.
But I need Sierra 3.
Con sonar switching to active search. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 194. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar, we are cavitating. Come right to 015. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3. Con sonar, no longer cavitating. Con maneuvering, making turn. Come left to 304. Helm aye. Con sonar, switching to active search.
Make depth 500 feet, dive I.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Yeah, we're gonna bring our depth down.
10 knots.
This guy seems really far away. I don't know why he's so far away.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3.
I mean, he might not be that far away, but seems like he's pretty fucking far away.
Make turns. Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con, helm, steady course. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Actually, let's just
Come
push.
right to 0
What am I doing?
16. Helm aye.
He launched from really far away again.
Con, dive at 500 feet, dive I.
Con, helm, steady course. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3. Come right to 054. Helm aye. Con, helm, steady course.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's 11 clicks out.
Con sonar lost contact. Come left to 354. Helm aye. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 3, 4, 8, contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing
All right.
3, 4, 7, contact faded.
3 clicks.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Rig for ultra quiet.
Con
Turn sonar off.
200 feet, dive I.
Go to 300 feet. We're gonna hug the layer here. We're gonna launch a torpedo. And then we're gonna jump up above the layer. So we can keep an ear on him. Right below the layer. Well, let's get a little bit higher here.
300 feet.
Just gonna manually adjust my ballast here. Okay. We'll launch the torpedo.
Aye, sir.
Make depth 100 feet, dive I.
Okay, he's diving. He's speeding up.
Come left to 294, helm I.
Make depth 350 feet, dive I.
Well, let's just sit in
Make depth
the layer here,
200
200.
feet, dive I. Con, dive at 200 feet, dive I.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 317.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar lost contact.
There we go.
Sierra 3, last bearing 308, contact breaking up.
I think that's it.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
Yeah, nothing. All right. Good job, but this was not the mission objective. I've got friggin' 8 submarine kills to my name. I think even though I'd be getting a lecture maybe about missing my mark. Whew, I think ultimately, Command would probably still be pretty happy. We still have to do the same thing, right? Green 010, okay. That was probably subs that I needed to take down there, but I missed it. Oh well. Shit. Alright.
On sonar, lost contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Last bearing 240, contact faded.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 239. Designated Sierra 1. Come left to 240. Helm I.
Very strong duct, strong layer. Oh, well, that's a whiskey. Alright.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Make depth 350 feet.
It is
dive
hugging the layer as well.
I. Make depth 250 feet. Dive I.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con, dive at 250 feet. Dive I.
Oh, wow.
Come left to 220. Helm I. Con, helm, steady course. Con, sonar, new con.
New
Make turn
contact.
5 knots. Maneuvering
Alright.
eye.
That's another whiskey.
Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine. Con, sonar, switching to active search.
I just want to let them know that I'm here.
Con, sonar, switching to passive search. Come right to 262.
I
Helm
want them
I.
looking for me.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2. Come left to
Well, let's maybe give this one chase. This one seems to actually want to fight me, which is good. Ultimately, I want them to come at me.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye. Make turns for. Make turns. Make
Okay.
turns for 7. Make turns for 9.
Yeah, we'll just go at 10 knots.
Make turns for. Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering eye.
I don't like that.
Passing 300 feet. Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Make con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 2. Come right to 248 Helm I.
Make depth 500 feet. Dive I.
Make turns for 26 knots. Maneuvering I. Con.
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 2. Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I. Come right to
All right. This guy wants some.
I.
Time for him to get some.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering I. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots. Come right to 031 Helm I.
All right, let's go ultra quiet and then turn
Con helm. Steady course.
towards the whiskey.
Come left to 324 Helm I.
3 clicks.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 2. Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 2. Come right to 033 Helm I. Come right to 018 Helm I.
Make depth 800 feet. Dive I.
Con helm. Come left to 316 Helm I. Con sonar, switching to passive search.
All right, it's past us. It's past us.
Make depth 500 feet. Dive I.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go. Kraken 1.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 285. Come left 236, helm I.
The anticipation is killing me.
Con, dive at 500 feet. Dive I.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 272.
Excellent. That is one dead whiskey.
Come left 242, helm I. Make turns for 10 knots, maneuvering I. Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Okay, we are directly in the baffles of the whiskey.
0 feet. Dive I.
Keep the chase going. I'm going 10 knots, he's going 8. And as long as things stay that way, I will catch him. I'm surprised I've made it this far with the Sturgeon. I've been hit like every single mission we've done so far. I've taken the torpedo to the side. And I'm really quite bad when it comes to using these, what is it, Mark 37s? I don't really know what the best method is.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Come right 251, helm I.
Still accelerating time. I'm just trying to catch up. Try bumping it up to 15 knots.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye. Come left to 245. Helm aye.
Make depth 450 feet, dive aye. Con, dive at 450 feet.
Alright,
dive
I'm
aye.
pretty sure I am like directly in his baffles right now. So that's good. I'm gaining. It's currently 5 clicks away.
Come left to 245. Helm aye. Come left to 243. Helm aye.
Gonna try to get within a click. Once again.
Make depth 400 feet, dive aye. Con, passing 400 feet.
Come right to 247. Helm aye.
Alright. We are behind him.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Make turns for 1. Make turns for 8 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
He might not know this torpedo's tracking. He doesn't seem like he knows.
Con sonar lost contact.
Yeah.
1.
I'd say he didn't
bearing
know.
250. Contact breaking up.
I would say that's a pretty definitive he didn't know. Excellent initiative. This was not your target. Alright. real quick, we're going to save. And I think that's going to be it for this session, because I am getting very tired very quickly. So we're going to quit out. And next time we'll pick up right there. Keep going. I actually killed those 2 subs without taking a hit, so that's nice. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoy this, there is a link to, I'm going to start putting these VODs up on YouTube. So if you're worried you've missed something, you can check there. I'm going to start putting them up there from now on. So, and ideally, I'm going to try to continue to stream this every Saturday by 9 o'clock Eastern Standard. So if you get a chance to come by, that's when I should be up. I do have my real life job sometimes can make that not so, but I'm gonna try to make that the schedule right now. So otherwise, I'm just gonna hop on and try to stream when I can, but I don't have a lot of time some of those other days. So anyway, hope everyone enjoys, and I'll see you on the next session.